Let's move on.
He went to Haridwar where there was a festival Kumbh Mela and all the holy men were there. After that he went to a village near Nainital in Himalayas where Neem Karoli Baba lived or had lived. He had no idea if he was alive or he was no more.
Let me insert this here. I guess we may have a sound quality. Go on. Yeah. Let's continue.
When Jobs reached the village, Baba was no more there. He was already dead. And after that he met Larry Brilliant.
Spell.
L-A-R-Y.
L-A-R-Y. Larry, B-R-I-L-L-I-N. Brilliant. Who was he? Epidemiologist. Who is an epidemiologist? One who has knowledge about infectious diseases. Why was he stationed there? To control smallpox.
And he was also someone who ran Google's philanthropic arm and School Foundation. And Larry became Jobs' lifelong friend.
Larry Brilliant became Steve Jobs' lifelong friend.
He went to a place where a young Hindu holy man lathered up his hair with soap and saved them, saying that it was saving his health.
Wait a minute. He went, Steve Jobs in India, I read elsewhere also. He had no money, so he had to eat somehow. So what Steve Jobs did, he would go to temples in the evening and morning. Because in Indian culture, temples give free meal. So in such, he came to one Baba who was offering food. And then Baba saw Steve while having food and he called him. He picked him up, he recognized him. And he took him to his ashram. And this Baba washed his long hair and saved it. And he said that, I want to save your life. And he saved his hair. Go on.
And in the next plot, Daniel Kotke, who was his friend, he arrived at India and he went Delhi to meet him through bus. At that time, Jobs was no longer trying to search the Guru. Instead, he was seeking enlightenment through deprivation simplicity.
Seeking enlightenment through deprivation and simplicity. You know, one thing that Steve Jobs believed in was living a very simple and honest life. And you can get enlightened if your lifestyle is very simple. Don't tell lies, don't cheat others, keep reflecting, don't involve in criminal activities, and gradually you become enlightened.
During his 7 months in India, he could only write to his parents. He couldn't communicate through voice to his parents. One day he got a call from Oakland Airport and he talked to his mom and he was taken back to home. And back home he found a teacher in his neighborhood, Shunryu Suzuki, who wrote Genuine Reading.
Spell the name.
S-H-U-N-R-Y.
S-H-U-N-R-Y. Shunryu Suzuki. Which country? Was he Indian or Japanese person? So he is a Japanese person.
He asked his assistant to open a full-time center, and Jobs became faithful and he followed.
त्यो अनक्लिप गरेर त साउन्ड मलाई लाग्छ आवाज नआउनु सक्छ निकाल्नु त बाहिर टैमर राख्नु मलाई अहिले साउन्ड लाग्यो त्यो केबल चाहिँ क्यामेराको मोबाइलको हो कि मोबाइल अर्कै केबल छ मैले बिर्सेर राखेँ go on.
He followed the work faithfully with his friends and his girlfriend as well.
Jobs had girlfriend.
Yeah.
What was her name? It's given.
He became serious and self-important and generally unbearable. He became meeting Kogun Delhi.
Your name's full name, just like inspired us. There's a full name. African full name. Just like African, Japanese code, not sure.
Jobs' compulsive search for self-awareness also led him to undergo
Wait. Compulsive search for self-awareness. One thing Job had a problem was that because Steve Jobs' biological parents discarded him at birth and he was adopted and raised by somebody else. So he had this problem, who I am, who is my father, who is my mother. So he always asked this self-awareness, who I am.
As he had to undergo primal scream.
Okay, primal scream. What is, somebody tell me, what is primal scream? Yeah, you know. Okay.
Releasing all the aggression or anger.
Primal scream is a psychological therapy system. Can you tell something about it? Any idea?
In this therapy, it's a kind of therapy, and in which you have to scream to let go the.
What they do is they make you relieve the suffering in a kind of acting. And when you act the suffering, then you act out, you release the pain, you cry, you shout, you weep, you bang your chest, you show all the suffering. And that's how the suffering is released, purgated.
Jobs was assigned 12 weeks course of therapy. Steve had a very profound desire to know his birth parents.
Okay, he had profound desire to know his birth parents.
He was struggling with the fact that he had been adopted. He had no idea about who was his biological birth parents. He even released a song called Mother with a band called Plastic Ono.
He released a song?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs released a song? Released? Who composed Mother? Mother was a song composed and released by John Lennon, I guess, one of the Beatles. And John Lennon sang this song, and in this song, which is about mother, because as I remember reading, John Lennon also did not have his biological parents. And according to a story, I guess Lennon's father or mother was murdered, I guess. So there was a story. So Steve Jobs identified himself with John Lennon because, like Jobs, John Lennon also did not have his biological parents. So he heard this song because this song, Mother, told the story of a child who has no mother. And Jobs also had no mother, so he identified with the song.
This song was about a feeling about a father who abandoned him and a mother who was killed.
The song was about a father who abandoned the child and the mother who was killed.
Jobs' confidence improved and his feeling of inadequacy were reduced after the therapy. And he returned back to Atari and asked Alcorn if he could get back his job.
Comes back and says, may I get the job back again, please?
He looked like a Hare Krishna guy.
Who are Hare Krishna guys?
Who is devoted to spiritual.
Have you heard about ISKCON? International Society for Krishna Consciousness. International as Society for Krishna CON Consciousness. This is an international kind of community, religious community that was founded by Srila Swami Prabhupada from India, and this is an international religious group, community, yes.
Alcorn agreed to get him back to the work, and one day as he came back to work, Bushnell decided to develop a single version of the game Pong. Pong is a game which is played by a...
What is the name? Pong. P-O-N-G, Pong, yes.
It was played like 30 years before.
That was a very famous game Atari made.
And he told...
Have you anybody played Pong? I haven't, I don't know. Anyone? Okay.
This is Pong.
Oh, this is Pong. I wish we could bring the game and show us or something. How do you play? I don't know. Okay, go.
Bushnell decided to develop a single version of Pong, and he told Jobs about it to design it. Jobs said that...
What is single version of Pong? that one person can play.
One player.
You don't need two players.
Job said that it would take 4 days to complete the work.
Only 4 days.
Yeah. And there was a guy named Wozniak.
Spell
W-O-Z-N-I-A-K.
W-O-Z-N-I-A-K.
N-I-A-K.
Wozniak.
Wozniak.
His name has 2 words. What is the first word? I forgot. Okay, Wozniak.
He was an employer at Atari.
He was
Employer.
employee. Okay, and then
And Wozniak said that it would usually take 4 months for an engineer to complete it, but Jobs said that it would take only 4 days.
look, something that engineers thought would take 4 months, Steve Jobs completed in 4 days. And today, you know, Apple is very famous company for meeting deadlines, right? Go on.
Jobs was said that he would be given bonus for doing this per chip. And he said that it would be completed in 4 days with fewest chips.
No, actually, they said that if you can use less chips than required, then each chip you save will give you bonus for that.
Wozniak was also working in the same company, and Jobs and Wozniak worked together to get the problem solved. And Wozniak and Jobs completed the work in only 4 days using 45 chips only. And it was very unfair to Wozniak that bonus was only given to Jobs but not to Wozniak.
Actually, Steve Jobs got the money, and later on it was found that Steve Jobs, the bonus Jobs got, Steve Jobs was supposed to give half of the bonus also to Wozniak. And later it was in a book, when there was a book written, there was a record that Jobs was given the bonus. But then it was found that Steve Jobs did not pay the bonus to his friend. And there was a problem, there was a complaint. But Jobs said, I don't remember.
After that, Jobs' story was published.
Who published the story? Okay.
Atari experience helped Jobs approach to business and design. That's from where he learned to design the Apple. He was
Steve Jobs learned to design his company by working at Atari. So what do you learn? One thing. If you have a job, your first job, use your first job as a launching pad. Use your job as a launching pad. Use that experience to do something of your own. Do not spend your lifelong time as an employee. काम गर्नुस्, त्यहाँ पैसा सिक्नुस्, र आफै सुरु गर्नुस्, right?
He was fascinated with Ron Wayne as he also started his own company, but he failed. From that point, he started thinking of his own company, and Atari experience was approached to his business and design. And at last, Roland Bushnell, the founder of Atari, was a mentor to Jobs.
Okay.
That's how he founded Apple, slowly with the...
That's how chapter 4 ends.
Yeah.
Okay. Any chance you read the whole novel?
I just read the...
Okay. We are planning to have a book talk soon, and I wish you could read the whole novel and present it. Now, I would like to assign someone have a challenging task. Yes, what? Maybe book. I feel. Bookmark. Okay. Scroll down, brother. Yeah, okay. I want someone and everybody, you print this page, everybody, assignment, you print this page and fill up the diagram and submit it like Okay. I want someone to spend 10-minute time with a presentation on this story where you present on this design, like if in this climax you write where is the climax, what is rising action, what is falling action, what kind of conflict is there, what is resolution, what is exposition, and third one, who is the protagonist, who is the antagonist, what is the theme. तिमीले गरे पनि हुन्छ तर तिमीलाई लामो काम गर्यो त्यही भएर तिमीलाई मैले फोर्स गर्दिनँ अब तिमीले गर्दा सजिलो हुन्छ तिमीले पढिसकेका छौ अरूले गरेर पुरै पढ्नु पर्ने हुन्छ I want someone to present on this diagram. Who will do it? म गर्छु भन्ने को छ ओके ल तिमी हेल्प चाहिन्छ भने मसँग हेल्प माग अनि सिकाइदिन्छु यो एक पेजमा यही डिजाइन हुन्छ है You want to begin? We got recorded, right? So, and I will publish this through Facebook and into digital. Okay? Thank you. So we are stopping here today, and tomorrow.